Reading While Black. That's the book by Esau McCaulley that we're going to be looking at today on the Urban Ministry Show. So this book is a really interesting book. It's done really well. It's been really popular over in the States. I don't know how much it's been read in the UK, but I'm just going to say straight off, it is a very important book to read, even though it's specifically written about African American interpretations of the Bible. It's got so much relevance to the UK. And let me just explain why. So Esau McCaulley, he's written this book, and I'm going to focus on the second chapter. The second chapter is a theology of policing. And what he's done, he's gone to see what the Bible says in Romans 13, right, about the authorities. And he shows how there's a link between soldiers in the ancient world that the book of Romans was talking about and the police today. And he shows how from Romans 13, you can see that police today shouldn't actually be a terror, shouldn't evoke fear in innocent people. And then he talks about his experience of being stopped by the police as an African American and the fear he's had, even though he's done nothing wrong, right? And so that's very relevant to the UK, where a lot of us in inner city areas have had experiences of the police where there is a fear, even if you've done nothing wrong. And so this is a really helpful chapter in the book, because what he does is from Romans 13, and then from what John the Baptist says to soldiers when they come to him, he basically gives us a theology of policing. And this is what we call self-theologizing, right? And we teach this on the Urban Ministry program, self-theologizing, where we say, sometimes there's an issue in your neighborhood that you've got to deal with, and you're not really aware of what Christians have what conclusions they've come to about this topic. You're not even aware that Christians have really looked into this topic too tough. And so you go to the Bible and you're like, what does the Bible say about this topic? And you start studying it and you come up with stuff. And then you also see, well, what do other Christian groups say about this topic? And they're like the outsiders doing outsider theologizing, but you're the insider doing insider theologizing. And then you put the two things together and you come up with some theologizing for your neighborhood, for the area, for the issues that you're dealing with. And Esau McCaulley does a great job of putting this into practice with the whole idea of police and African Americans, right? And so he's just given us a wonderful example, which is so good, because I've been teaching self-theologizing for years, but I find that a lot of people don't want to do self-theologizing. When people have a question, they just want to go on their favorite blog and they want to see, well, what does my favorite blogger say about this topic? And more times, people in the UK are finding out what white middle-class Americans think about issues. So if you're from an urban environment in the UK, you need to start doing your own theologizing. And Esau McCaulley's book is a great book to start just motivating you to start doing your own theologizing, to be like, okay, he's done that with these topics here. I'm going to start doing that for my own community. So I highly recommend the book. I would love to see books like this now coming out in the UK. So that would just be really good to see. That would make me proper happy. So thoroughly recommend this book. Please do read it. I don't think you'd be disappointed. God bless.